This engine sucks. It's literally a ticking time bomb. Why on earth would you get an N55 when you could get a B58? B58 is so much better. Do you know what? All of you can shut up. If I had £1 for every time somebody messaged me or left a comment saying I should have got a B58 instead of an N55, I would have a Lamborghini SVJ by now. For months and months, I've defended the N55. I've broken it, I've fixed it, I've tuned it, I've made countless videos. And then today, I'm sitting in something different. It's not just a B58, it's a B58 that has been heavily modified. So let's close this and I'll tell you about the next best part about this video. This is the next best part. Look what car I'm sitting in now. I'm still sitting in the M235i. And right in front of me is an M240i. This is running. Now it's time we start up the B58. So let's turn the M235i off and let's go for a spin in that. Right, let's take this out for a drive, and this thing is nuts. Let me give you a quick rundown of what it's had done to it. So as you would have seen from the first clip, it's got that crazy Venturi intake, which is just absolutely bonkers. 450 horse this is, 450, and I thought my car was quick. This thing's unreal. Let's do the shut off in this tunnel. See if you can hear the Venturi intake, because it is mad. You probably can't hear it over the burbles, but this thing sounds insane. So now, all of you Facebook people who commented, the ones at the start of this video, you can't chat anymore because this is a B58 and you've been saying this to get one for like months, years now, so it's done. So with that out the way, let's get a couple sound clips so you guys can actually hear what this car sounds like, because it sounds mega. Alright, that was with burbles on. Now let's get them off so you can hear what it sounds like with just the pure exhaust tone. This car sounds nuts. The intake sounds incredible. The exhaust system on this is fully custom. So I'll be doing more videos on that so you guys can actually see what's been done to the exhaust, because it's loud. Genuinely, I actually think it's louder than my N55. And that M235i, if you are new to the channel, it's had some work done and it is loud. But this thing ain't no slouch at all. It's mega. What a crazy car. Yeah, this thing's something else. So you may be wondering, what's the plan for this? It's not going anywhere. It's staying, because this has been the baseline car on the channel for ages. You guys know what it is. You've seen me build this thing from the ground up, from stock to how it looks today. And I must say, with this summer weather, where there's not a cloud in the sky, this thing looks incredible. That's been having so much action. Look at my discs, they need some love. This car has literally hardly been driven since this thing's appeared. However, as good as that car is, I'm still a massive fan of this badge. And yes, I know you're all going to say, oh, it's spaced wrong and it's all wonky. I don't care. However, there's going to be videos on both cars now. F22 shape M240i, 16 plate, so 9 years old. A lot done to it. The even Chewy intake is like 1,200 quid on its own. The exhaust system, it's had a lot done to it. This is a very capable car, and it supposedly has more horsepower on this. However, let me know if you want to see this. I want to get both cars on the dyno at the same day so we can actually see what each car is making 100%. We can have an actual sheet. So if anybody questions the horsepower on them, just send them the sheet and then they can just shut up. This thing though, N55 for the win every day. This thing sounds nuts. Oil temp is 53 degrees, so I'm happy to do a couple little revs. Hopefully you guys can pick this up. It's just two completely different engines. That sounds like it wants to kill somebody. It sounds so aggressive. Whereas this, it just sounds so exotic. The note that the N55 makes, I've never heard an engine like it. Now, don't get me wrong. This is not going to be an N55 and B58 debate on what engine's better. The B58 does win. However, the N55 makes you feel like the driver. The B58, it makes you feel like the passenger. So it's just something to bear in mind. This feels like you're actually driving the car. So let's conclude this. Which engine sounds better, N55 or B58? Regarding interiors, ProNav, Harman Kardon, 6-speed manual. Everything you could possibly want in one of these chassis, I think this car has got. Combined with the 450 horsepower, the instant torque, and the fact it just wants to like rip your head off, is something else. However, that behind me right there is not going anywhere. And the crazy thing about it is, little pull yesterday, and they were pretty neck and neck for a long time. So I'll be very interested to see more content that I produce on actual which car is leaving each other, or if they're kind of level and level. That's why I want to get this dyno thing sorted, to see what car is going to basically win. This thing though, it's another level. Absolutely another level. There's still so much to do to both cars. The list goes on for every modification I want to do to them. However, currently, this car looks the part. They pretty much look very similar, apart from the fact that's on 19s, this is on 18s. However, if you want to see a full breakdown video comparing both cars and the sound comparison and everything like that, let me know in the comments. The N55 in the M235i isn't gone. It's just got a bit of a competitor, which is down there now. And I still think the N55 is going to come out on top. That's going to be a wrap for today's video though, guys. Really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can leave a thumbs up, and you can also subscribe if you want to see more content on either car. Leave any comments you have down below and I'll answer them. Let me know what car you think's faster, which car sounds best, and what modifications you want me to do next. And apart from that, thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.